Okay, we're back, folks. And let's see, we'll tolerate it. You are allowed to be cranky now. People will tolerate it much better than when you are a teenager. Then your whining and carrying on will seem more objectionable.
That's one thing for sure.
One thing about your character that has a tendency to put people off is your aggressiveness. You are the type of baby who likes to pull on loose pieces of clothing, hair, and any bulbous fleshy objects that come within your reach. What? Who is... I don't want to know what bulbous fleshy objects are within your reach.
That sounded kind of scary.
You are going to have to learn the meaning of make nice.
What is that?
Make nice? Not being a jerk. That's what it is.
Doesn't make sense. Make nice. I mean, like, you could say, like, being nice to others.
You need to stop being an ass. That's what it's saying. You need to stop being a jerk and stop punching babies.
Yeah, probably that.
That is what make nice is. It is the absence of punching babies.
Well, I kind of regretting doing that, but it was a bitchy baby, so you're gonna get revenge on me sooner or later, and then I have to give it a little punch then too. So
that wraps up your status for the first module. I hope you like yourself. If not, you can always try and improve yourself in the modules to come. There is plenty of time.
Okay.
Welcome to childhood. Practice yourself, for heaven's sake, in little things, and thence proceed to greater. Alright,
Wow.
So let's see, how old are you? Let's look at your stats. Alright, you are 4 years old. Your relationship status is unattached.
Okay.
Family is 80%. Intellectual is 96%. Physical is 54%. Social is 91%. Vocational is 55%. Calmness is 40%. Confidence is 12%. Expressiveness is 75%. Gentleness is 6%. Happiness is 71%. Thoughtfulness is 83%. And trustworthiness is 82%.
Wow.
You have $1,171.
No, if I was becoming better friends with my grandmother, she would give me more money. No.
Oh well. Mom has just taken a job that requires her to be away in the morning and early afternoon. She decides to enroll you in a nursery school program. Upon your arrival, you are greeted by another lady with very skinny legs and large round glasses. She could be Swedish. There are children playing with buckets of sand, building blocks, and other activities. There is a small boy sitting in a corner with tears streaming from his eyes, a runny nose, and cheeks red from crying.
Yes, a new victim.
You can be excited, sad, or angry.
Angry.
Angry. You can cry, walk over and try to make friends, or give the lady with the skinny legs a left hook.
I'm going to give the skinny lady a left hook.
Son Eric is now going to punch a woman.
Wow.
What a nasty little boy. I'll bet you chose this because you thought you might hit her. She ducks your punch and places you firmly on the floor. Next, she reads you the riot act. You will behave appropriately. There will be no hitting. Misbehaving will be dealt with severely. This lady is all business. They don't call her Old Iron Shins for nothing.
Wow, no. What did I do?
She beats you within an inch of your life, and you get your first taste of the American penal system. You do hard time, and get sodomized by large bodybuilders. Your mom is in the bathtub, taking a nice relaxing bath. You are playing quietly in your room. All of a sudden, the doorbell rings. Mom doesn't seem to hear it. Select a mood. All grown up, resentful, or nonchalant.
Can you say it again?
You can be all grown up, resentful, or nonchalant.
All grown up. Yeah.
You can answer the door, ignore the doorbell, or tell mom.
Tell mom.
You can't be that grown up if you have to rely on mom to answer the doorbell all the time. This set of
You never know who it can be.
This set of choices will make it very difficult when you're 20 years old and living in a college dorm. This set of choices doesn't make too much sense.
No. I have to call my mom to open the door.
While you are playing quietly in your room, you are startled by loud, muffled noises coming from someplace else. It seems that your parents are having a terrible fight over something. Your father's deep voice seems to be shaking the whole house. Your mother's piercing screams sound like she's being hurt terribly. Huh. This is gonna get weird very quickly. Disturbed or calm?
Calm.
Your parents are probably killing each other. Be disturbed, for God's sake.
I get disturbed.
There we go. Stay where you are and try not to listen. Go and see what's happening. I say we go and see. Yeah, okay, let's do this. This is gonna be awkward. The yelling gets louder and louder. Then suddenly everything is quiet. When you see your parents later, they act as if nothing has happened. Mom's hair is ruffled, and she seems to be very tired. You can't figure out what has happened. Or can you? Well, I can. But then again, 4-year-old Stein Eric probably can't. I think your dad was just riding your mom like a dirty pony.
Oh, yeah? Oh, my goodness. Wow. You have to learn young. Wow.
You have been invited to sleep over at your best friend's house. This is your first experience. This is your first sleepaway experience. You can be reluctant, excited, or have mixed feelings.
I have mixed feelings.
You can lie to your friend and tell him you are not allowed. You can ask your parents if they will still be there when you get back. Or you can go to your friend's house as soon as possible.
Go to my friend's house as soon as possible.
One way of resolving a mixed feeling is to plunge headlong into a risky situation. You die.
What?
No. Although risk-taking is sometimes a sign of emotional maturity, it can be dangerous if you do not take the time to consider the possible consequences. While you are over at your friend's house, you have a bad dream and wake up screaming for your parents.
I didn't die?
No.
Oh, thank you. Now you got me scared. No. Okay.
Soon after you sit down for dinner, your mother announces that the vegetables of the day is Brussels sprouts. You can be obedient, panic, or be disgusted.
I'm disgusted.
You can eat the Brussels sprouts without protest, run screaming from the table, put your finger in your mouth and make a gagging sound, or feed the sprouts to your dog, Godo.
I feed the sprouts to my dog, Gogo.
That's not very fair, is it? You resented having to eat the sprouts, yet you force them on poor old Godo. Poor Godo thinks you are doing him a favor. He will also think he's doing you a favor when he sleeps in your room later tonight, releasing the gaseous byproducts of his meal for your olfactory pleasure. You've made your dog gassy. I hope you're happy.
Oh my goodness. That's gross.
An exciting movie is on television. The whole family is in the living room watching it. You get up to get a drink of water and return to find all of the good seats have been taken. You can be devious or defeated.
Devious.
You can sit down quietly in a corner, tell mom the doorbell is ringing, or tell dad the doorbell is ringing.
I would tell dad the doorbell is ringing.
You don't think old dad will fall for that ancient trick, do you? He acts like he believes you for a second, then asks mom to answer the door. She ignores him. Oh, we got a health one coming up. This should be good.
Okay.
You arrive at the dentist and die. Oh, no, sorry. And discover that you have 4 rather large cavities that need to be filled. You're like 6 years old and you have 4 cavities.
Wow.
I've never had one. Anyway, you can be frightened or brave.
Brave.
You can scream in horror. That's not very brave. Or you can block out the sensations with your mind.
I will block them out with my mind.
You develop psionic powers. Oh no. Your status sheets suggest that emotionally, you are not capable of performing such a feat. The pain sneaks into your consciousness. But it's not unbearable. This experience will toughen you for the next time.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Your dad has promised that he will fix your bicycle. He is taking a nap, so he's not really doing anything. Now seems like a good time to remind him. You can be annoying or patient and sweet.
Patient and sweet.
You can tap Dad on the shoulder, make the TV loud so he wakes up, or leave Dad alone.
Leave that alone.
Your patience pays off. When Dad wakes up, you ask if he will fix your bike. He is feeling so good that he asks you to go on a little trip with him. He takes you to the bicycle shop and buys you a brand new bike.
Wow.
Because he's too lazy to fix it himself.
Yeah, whatever. I got a new bike. Yeah.
The bike
I'm
turns
sorry.
out to be a lemon and breaks down a couple miles off the lot. One of your playmates is the daughter of your mother's friend. Her name is Cindy. She could be Swedish. One day, while you and Cindy are alone, you become very curious about one another. Cindy suggests that you play a make-believe game of doctor. You can be shy or bold.
Bold.
You can say, let's play trucks instead. You can say, I'll be the doctor first. Or say, you can be the doctor first.
You can be the doctor first.
Cindy seems to be full of good ideas, so why not go with it? Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
She requests that you remove your clothes and lie down on the operating table. Just as you have finished undressing, Cindy's mom comes in and gasps loudly. Parents pulling your naked body off of their daughters will become a regular occurrence in your life. She pulls Cindy out of the room and describes the scene to your mother. Your mom takes the game for what it is, a perfectly harmless expression of curiosity. Making a fuss over this kind of behavior often sets up a forbidden fruit fantasy that may contribute to sexual misbehavior in adolescence. I agree. Your mom read this in a woman's magazine. I'm a college student studying psychology. I have slightly more validity to my claims than your mom.
Okay.
While rummaging around in the kitchen drawer, you come across a book of matches. This is a health episode. You can be conscientious or curious. Conscientious. You're curious. You're going to light yourself on fire, aren't you? You can put the book of matches away, light one in the kitchen, or take the matches to your room and close the door.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's so many exciting stuff. Oh, yeah. Some of them is probably going to be more worse than the other. If I'm going to light it in the kitchen, I'm going to probably set the kitchen on fire. If I'm going to light it in my room, I'm going to set myself on fire and the whole house. So, I'm going to leave them alone.
I don't think you can do that while you're curious. No. So do you want to be conscientious, or do you want to play with matches?
Conscientious, and the one that I choose to leave them alone.
A positive choice. There is nothing to be gained here except disaster. You may have just prevented a major loss to you and your family.
Wow. I was scared.
You are in school, and the teacher is giving a boring lecture. The boy sitting 2 seats away is rolling up a piece of paper and putting it in his mouth. Using the barrel of his pen, he spits the paper at the blackboard, where it lands with a wet splat. The teacher is furious. She screams, "Who did this?" My throat just got thrashed by saying that. And I drink the last of my Dr. Pepper in an attempt to recover. Everyone in the class is howling because they are all werewolves. Suddenly they look anthropized and begin to rummage around. She promises that if the person who did this will not come forward, the whole class will get a punishment. You are probably the only person who saw the true culprit. You can be angry, anxious, or have mixed feelings.
Angry.
Keep quiet or raise your hand.
Raise my hand.
You raise your hand to tell the teacher who spit the paper at the blackboard. You don't care if some of the other kids call you a rat for telling. And you shouldn't. After all, you can probably find a better way to spend the time it would take to do that punishment. Many of the other kids in class express their support, although quietly.
Uh-oh. Was that bad?
Depends.
Oh yeah, the class supports me. Yay!
Well, some of them do. At school, all of your friends are talking about a television program that you could not stay up to watch. A friend asks if you saw it. You can be embarrassed or unashamed.
I'm unashamed.
You can say, "I didn't watch that show, I wasn't allowed to see it," or "Yeah, I watched it, it was really great."
I was not allowed to watch it.
Your confidence keeps them from making fun of you. Someone even offers to let you sleep over at his house the next time it is on. Sometimes friends can be really great. Maybe your confidence is above, 2 now?
Oh my god.
I have to do something. I will be back in a moment. Talk to the folks while I am gone.
Oh. Yeah, so far I haven't died. That's awesome. My life is like becoming very changing. Wow. This is very exciting.
You have just been ordered to bed by your parents in the middle of a favorite television show. You can be angry or desperate.
Angry.
You can complain about having to go to bed, beg for 10 more minutes, or whine.
Wine.
You made an inappropriate response. So, change in mood or action?
Action.
Alright. Beg for 10 more minutes, or complain about having to go to bed?
Complaining about how to go to bed, yeah.
Your mother can appreciate the fact that it is not fair for you to have to go to bed during a favorite television show, but finishes her show of sympathy with, "But sometimes life just isn't fair." It is time to sell raffle tickets for the school baseball team again. You are either motivated or embarrassed.
I'm motivated. Yeah.
You can try and do it alone, or you can enlist your father's help.
I want to ask my father for help. No.
What?
No.
Holy cow, what was that? Panicked response there.
No, I was like, what? I have to be independent. I can always have my
Well, you're like
something.
5, so I think it's okay for now. What a team!
Okay.
You move from door to door with confidence, selling 4 whole books in less than an hour. It's a powerful bonding experience that strengthens family ties. You go out for an ice cream soda to celebrate your successful partnership.
Oh, awesome.
Your best friend challenges you to a rock throwing competition. That is stupid. Select a move. Competitive or reluctant?
Competitive, yeah.
You can turn down the offer and suggest a different game, or accept the challenge.
Accept the challenge.
After several minutes of rock throwing for distance, your friend keeps beating you. Your friend dares you to throw a rock onto the roof of the apartment building across the street. Accept the challenge, tell him to do it first, or turn him down.
Tell him to do it first.
He has no problem. Now it is your turn. You can throw the rock or quit.
Quit.
Your friend calls you a chicken.
No.
That window did not get broken, however, which most assuredly would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking too, that I would fell down or something.
There is one more ice pop in the freezer that is being saved for another family member. Your mouth waters at the thought of this cool, tasty treat. You can be hungry or able to resist.
Resist.
Eat the whole pop, take a bite out of the pop, or leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
I don't know if you'll be able to make it. You don't expect to be rewarded for this act of simple consideration, do you? The knowledge that you have respected the privacy of others should be enough. Does this make you angry? Yes or no?
No. It's true, so.
Fine, then let's continue. Alright. Your friends are all waiting for you to come out after school. You have a ton of homework and have been watching television since you came home. Because you're a television addict. On your way out, your mother asks, did you do all your homework? You can be honest, dishonest, or semi-honest.
Honest.
You can say yes, no, or I've only got a little left.
What is, if I say yes, then I say the truth, right? Because I haven't done it. Yes.
Wait. Oh, I think it's no. Yeah, okay, well, we'll do this one. Your mother replies, you aren't going out unless you do your homework. You can stay in 15 minutes and fake the homework, or stay in and do the homework.
Do the homework.
Familial and emotional characteristics increase because you are honest. Socially, your score drops slightly because you lose the play experience with friends.
Oh, yeah, whatever. I get education, so.
Ooh. While you are outside playing alone, a car pulls over to the side of the road and the driver motions for you to come over. You notice the license plate says OBO 237. I'm going to write that down for you in case it becomes important later. OBO 237.
Okay.
Select a mood. Curious / helpful or suspicious.
Suspicious. I never talked to a stranger.
You can walk over or stay where you are.
Stay where I am.
Probably a smart move. He motions for you to come closer. He has a kind enough face. You hear him say that he is a policeman looking for a friend of yours. He asks if you will get in and help him find your friend. You can walk / run away, get in the car, or tell him that you can't do that.
I can't do that.
Tell him you can't do that. He opens the door on your side. You turn to run away. He catches and drags you into the car. You are kidnapped, tortured, and eventually killed. This game is over.
No!
You were 8 years old, 1 month old.
I guess. So I died then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should run away then. Oh, that was sad.
I really wish I had saved. I didn't think that would actually kill you.
No, I was thinking that maybe he was a good person, but
Yeah, no, he
again, you
wasn't.
should never talk to strangers or get in the car to strangers.
Alright. Let's stop the video and hurriedly rush through and get back to where we were. Alright.
Okay.
That's what it's saying. You need to stop being a jerk and stop punching babies.
Yeah, probably that.
That is what make nice is. It is the absence of punching babies.
Well, I kind of regretting doing that, but it was a bitchy baby, so you're gonna get revenge on me sooner or later, and then I have to give it a little punch then too. So.
That wraps up your status for the first module. I hope is 54%, social is 91%, vocational is 55%, calmness is 40%, confidence is 12%, expressiveness is 75%, gentleness is 6%, happiness is 71%, thoughtfulness is 83%, and trustworthiness is 82%.
Wow.
You have $1,171.
No, I found becoming better friends with my...
If you like yourself. If not, you can always try and improve yourself in the modules to come. There is plenty of time.
Okay.
Welcome to childhood. Practice yourself, for heaven's sake, in little things, and thence proceed to greater. Alright.
Wow.
So let's see, how old are you? Let's look at your stats. Alright, you are 4 years old. Your relationship status is unattached.
Okay.
Family is 80%. Intellectual is 96%. Physical, bulbous, fleshy objects that come within your reach. What? Who is... I don't want to know what bulbous, fleshy objects are within your reach.
That sounded kind of scary.
You are going to have to learn the meaning of make nice.
What is that?
Make nice? Not being a jerk. That's what it is.
Doesn't make sense. Make nice. I mean, like, you could say, like, being nice to others.
You need to stop being an ass. Okay, we're back, folks. And let's see, we'll tolerate... you are allowed to be cranky now. People will tolerate it much better than when you are a teenager. Then your whining and carrying on will seem more objectionable.
That's one thing for sure.
One thing about your character that has a tendency to put people off is your aggressiveness. You are the type of baby who likes to pull on loose pieces of clothing, hair, and any